Could a single speech from one presenter or multiple star attractions dramatically alter the course of one's business, career, or life? We're about to discover here at the 2016 Archangel Summit whether or not that's going to transpire for a crowd of about 3,000 people. Seth Godin, Gary Vaynerchuk, Robin Sharma among the headliners, and we're going to monitor the impact of this particular conference and what people have to say right here on the Reinvention Chronicles.
I know I'm going to come out of here just jacked full of ideas and just motivated to kill the rest of the year. So,
for me, it's letting go, feeling the moment, being present, and working with your fears. Really, paving your own path and not worrying about the naysayers, but more worrying about what it means to you and how you can make the biggest impact on the world.
You see, you can be a victim or you can be a leader. You just don't get to do both.
I built a business I hated to enable me to buy things I didn't need, to impress people I didn't like. And I felt like I was stuck on this hamster wheel that I just couldn't get off.
Honestly, it was really, really good. Like, the speakers were all amazing, and there was definitely some big takeaways from there. I really enjoyed they did like equally a bit of like emotion versus content, and I really appreciated that. So you get like both aspects from the conference, and whether or not it's life-changing, I don't know if I'd say that, but definitely very inspiring, very eye-opening for sure.
Oh my God, Robin Sharma, the amazing ideas that I got from Robin Sharma. That everybody could be a leader. Everybody is a leader. Just accept yourself, accept the leader who you are.
I would say my biggest takeaway is if you want to get something in life, whether it's money, whether it's success, fame, you have to give value first. So let's say you want to make $1 billion, you got to serve 1 billion people. So it's all about giving first, and then you get whatever back.
Right now, it's taking away any of the toxic people in my life and around me, and moving in to everybody who's going to inspire me in my jobs, in my volunteerism, and to try to empower others.
The other thing I would do is I would do a lot of Facebook video and run target ads against it. YouTube's a great channel. It's unbelievable. It's highly competitive and very difficult for discovery, and takes a lot of time to build momentum unless you're doing JVs with other YouTube stars. Whereas in a Facebook environment, you can get very narrowed by spending $50 and $100 in ads to amplify the video that you made. So I would not, in 2017, have a YouTube-only strategy with not complementing it with Facebook. Yeah.
Well, Gary Vee obviously really stood out. Like, I don't think that he could not stand out anywhere. But I actually really, really also enjoyed the one. What was the guy who is one of the top investors in Canada? Do you guys remember his name? Dan, I think it was like Dan.
Dan, yeah, the guy who went to prison.
Yeah, so yeah. Dan's story is really incredibly inspiring. I think just really humbling in terms of like remembering like all the things that can happen and how you can kind of just like reinvent yourself from there.
I have no clue. There's a huge lineup of people, so that means there's going to be a lot of people in attendance. And I just, my whole goal is just to touch one person. Like, that's whenever I speak, I wrote down this morning my intention, one person. I mean, I'm just going to get up there and tell some stories and share some ideas, but those have been formulated for years. So my style is very organic. I don't ever want to not have butterflies or be nervous, because that means I stop caring, and that's the day I stop speaking.
Seth has been someone I've looked up to, who's been my idol. Really, for me, business is my sport, and if I have a hero or superhero, it's definitely Seth Godin. He's really pushed me throughout the years. We've talked a few times, and I had an opportunity, and I think, he took 30 minutes of his time, met with me. It's probably the best 30 minutes of my year, absolutely, so I'm ecstatic. landed on the plane, opened up my email, and there it was, an email from Seth saying, you know what, I'm here, we're going to play it by ear, but tomorrow's the day of the conference. I'll give you 30 minutes. So I had to last dash, go get camera gear, get everything set up, charge batteries, find a microphone, and then last minute, day of the conference says, all right, I'm up thinking I'm going to the conference. He emails me at 7:30 saying, meet me at 10. So my heart starts racing, everything's going through my mind. Don't really know what I'm going to do. This is like the person I've looked up to my whole life, and I get to interview him, no less talk to him for a half hour. So I'm just glad I had to really, put it at, I don't know, the hands of faith, I guess, but I had to really work hard and make sure I was ready because it could happen at any moment. I'm sure glad I did because I could have easily wasted the opportunity.
I would go to university, especially, is she going here in Canada?
She's talking about NYU, she's talking about San Fran.
Is she collecting debt or are you guys paying for it?
I think she's just enamored by big brands.
But is she going to pay for college?
Yeah, well, we're paying for it.
So she's not collecting debt?
No, well, yeah, I apologize. We're paying for it, and yes, she's going to have to collect debt along the way.
All right, Kiara, you're going to have a weird conversation with your mom and dad. Because the first thing I'm passionate about is for you to not have any debt. Because if you're going to go to a business that is going to sell you a shit product that you are then going to pay compounded interest in, that you can't even declare bankruptcy to get out of, that's called extortion, fucked up, fucking crazy ass shit. And if you want to learn about marketing and communications, spend a lot of time online and consume relevant 2017 content from people that are actually doing it, not professors that are so not practical and so romantic of how it used to be that I've traveled the best universities in the world and have literally thrown up all over myself while I've been prepped to talk, listening to the horseshit that those professors are shoving down these kids' throats.
Hell of a night. The great part was just hearing all the speakers and learning from them. And I think just taking away what they were talking about and just really acting on it, I think it's just fantastic. And just being in a room with amazing people. Again, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, who are constantly trying to improve. It's just been incredible. So, hell of a night.
It was phenomenal. Very motivational. I have a bunch of ideas running through the brain that I'm going to take back and hopefully implement in the community. Stuff I want to spread to my kids and family. Wish it was longer.
I don't know if one speech can necessarily change the world. There are like aspects of that, such as Thomas Carlyle's great man theory, etc. But I think the main kind of takeaway from today is just an affirmation of that, you put in the work, you get the results. Input equals output, and there's no real shortcuts to be taken in said manner of how to be successful.
As you can imagine, there was no shortage of knowledge bombs being dropped and mind grenades tossed at the Sony Center at this first ever Archangel Summit. Here's a few. Robin Sharma from The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and The Leader with No Title. Go to the places that frighten you. From The Irish Storm, Philip McKernan, One Last Talk. Best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. From the Canadian mastermind, Jason Gaynard, The bank can come take your house, the bank can take your car, but the bank can never, ever take away your relationships. From The Purple Cow, Seth Godin, the linchpin himself, there's a difference between real fear and fake fear. Don't be paralyzed by fake fear. From health expert J.J. Virgin, if you want to take the island, you got to be prepared to burn the boats. From internet and YouTube superstar Gary Vaynerchuk, the man who's absolutely crushing it online. I build my business through strong sales and HR, and not by buying dumb shit. And while a guy like Gary Vaynerchuk certainly brought the audience to their feet, and while people like Seth Godin brought the audience to their senses, it was Dan Martell who brought the audience to tears with a gripping, deeply riveting, heartfelt story of his journey from a jail cell at the age of 16 to the jet set, to Silicon Valley millionaire, and a chance to rub shoulders with some of the great entrepreneurs all over the world. And in that context, Dan Martell's journey is summarized by the words from Giovanni Marisco, the founder of Archangel Summit. There are 4 currencies more valuable than money: your time, your gift, your relationships, and your reputation. Inspiring thoughts from the Archangel Summit to help you recreate and reimaginate the business, the life, the career that you deserve.